All right, so we have the lovely Courtney joining us from Cradle Sprout, and has so many beautiful offerings and resources of support for the mama community. So I will let you take it over from here, Courtney.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Hi, you guys. My name's Courtney. I'm so excited to be here today. I want to first off say congratulations to each and one of you, because you guys are on such an exciting journey and this is such an exciting chapter of your life. I hope you had a great prenatal class. I know Cher's a wonderful teacher. She was actually my mom and baby yoga instructor when I had my little guy a couple years ago. So it makes me even more excited to be here. So thank you so much, Cher, for having me.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, I'm a postpartum doula. My company is called Cradle Sprout. I'll just give you guys a little bit of background as to kind of how Cradle Sprout came to be. So me and my friend Karina, we've been friends for the last 10 years. We worked as pediatric nurses together. We have done some traveling together, and then we also ventured into our journey of motherhood together as our sons were born only about 11 days apart. So we really experienced that chapter and really supported each other through it. With Karina, her postpartum experience, she faced a lot of physical challenges. So on and off for the year following the birth of her son, she had a lot of medical complications for herself. I had more mental struggles. So mentally, I found that I had a little bit more of a challenging experience. And even though our experiences were very different, we ended up having a lot of the same shared emotions about our postpartum chapter of life. And after talking to a lot of our mom friends and other women in our community, it seemed to be the general consensus that everyone was a little bit unexpected for what was to come postpartum. So it was through these shared experience that it really sparked our interest into learning more about postpartum and how we can support families a little bit more through this transitional time. We were very much surprised. Like, we were both nurses, so we felt like we were educated. We had loving families and husbands, so we felt like we had good support, and we had done all the preparation. So we had read the books and we had taken the classes, and we still felt pretty unprepared. So we were like, gosh, like if it feels this hard for us, it must feel pretty challenging for a lot of moms up there. So we took our postpartum doula training back in July, and since August we've been working with families. Cumulatively, we've worked with six different families since starting. Karina serves the population in Lethbridge. She lives out in Lethbridge, so we have a YQL branch, and I work out of Calgary, so we have a YYC branch here in Calgary. As postpartum doulas, what we do to support families is a lot of the things revolve around just supporting and nurturing the parents so that they can support and care for their babies. So we offer bottle feeding support, breastfeeding support. We help with light household duties, so helping with laundry, tidying up around the house, meal preparation. We also help with sibling transition, so those little ones who are going to be big brothers and big sisters for the first time, kind of helping parents navigate that and ease their transition. We do a lot of connecting families to resources in the community. And we offer a lot of education just on caring for a newborn and normal newborn behaviors. So things like your baby waking up every 2 to 3 hours around the clock. Those things are very normal, but just because they're normal doesn't mean it's easy. So we feel passionate that if people have support, those things can be so much easier, and parents can be so much more successful and kind of remember that chapter fondly. So for us, since working with families, some of the feedback that we've gotten has been really helpful for us and really reassuring that what we're doing is really making a difference. Some of the families told us that it was just super helpful to have a calm presence with them throughout that really vulnerable transitional time. Some families told us that it was super comforting just to have someone that they trusted with their baby so that they could catch up on sleep and do some of the self-care stuff that they needed to do. And some of the partners have also shared with us how truly helpful it was just to have someone caring for mom and baby when they couldn't. So if they had commitments with their job and they weren't able to be home, just kind of taking that load off of them by allowing them to have that extra support was really, really helpful. We really feel that in our culture, the old saying, "it takes a village," has kind of been lost a little bit. Not a lot of people are going home to a village of support. You leave the hospital with your partner. Your partner maybe gets 1 or 2 weeks off of work, and then they have to go back to work, and moms are left a lot of times in this lonely, kind of not really sure of what they're doing position. So we want to just offer that support to families and kind of bring back the village that we feel like our culture is kind of missing. So we just hope to continue on this journey and make it more normal for postpartum support to be available for families and to kind of be a well-used resource for many years to come.
I love that. I've been telling a lot of moms, this is kind of a new thing, I feel like, to Courtney, with the postpartum doula rather than a birthing doula, right? Yes. And I wish I would have known about this option. I mean, a while ago for me now, but within the last decade, I feel like things have really shifted that way. And I think it's so amazing that there's more support, because there's so much education leading up to, through the pregnancy and up to childbirth. And then it's like you're left alone. Yes. A really scary place to be in. It can be really jarring for emotional support, physically what you're going through, all those things that you identified. And sometimes, I mean, I put a lot of pressure on myself in those moments. I think a lot of moms do, where, I mean, it's just the laundry and the dishes, I can handle this. And you love to do all those things. But honestly, your priority is caring for this little one and caring for your own healing journey, whether that's physical, emotional, mental. There's a lot that comes into that. And I think it's so key of what you said as well. There's a lot of partners that maybe have a week or 2 weeks. I can vividly remember when my parents had come to visit, and my partner, my spouse, was off for those 2 weeks. And then he went back to work, and my mom left that same day, 2 weeks in. And I was like, oh my gosh. I went into this state of anxiety and a lot of emotional distress. And it was tough in those early days, those early weeks, to really get a handle on caring for this little one and again, healing myself. So having someone there that is, like you said, that calming presence, reassuring that these things are normal, and helping out with those tasks around the house, offering assistance with breastfeeding and all of the little bits that are not so little. They're actually huge. Big early days. I think that's so amazing that you guys are offering that. But yeah, we're almost at time here. I'll just also offer, if anyone wants to connect with you, I know we have some moms that couldn't join us live today that would love to be able to connect with you. So if they want to reach out, how can they find you guys?
Yeah, so we have our website. It's cradleandsprout.ca. So you can find us there and you can book a consultation with us. And then we also have our Instagram page, which is @cradleandsprout. So that's a great way. You can send us a message if you guys are interested in more information. And I will share just one last thing that we've kind of been working on, just because during a pandemic, it's been challenging to offer that in-home support as much as we would like, just for everyone's comfort levels are a little different. So we've been starting to work on postpartum prep packs, which is just nourishing meals for families during the postpartum period. So snacks and soups and frozen casseroles and that type of thing, so that we can deliver that, so families at least have something to support them through that transitional time. So you can kind of keep an eye out for that too, as we'll be having that coming up soon.
That's amazing. I love that. And actually, I want to ask if you are, I know you said you operate out of Calgary, your colleague is in Lethbridge. Do you do any online support this way too? I mean, it's some of the, I mean, obviously you can't help with laundry and the cleaning that way, but emotional support and be able to guide someone through some of those logistics. So do you offer an online realm of virtual support?
We haven't started anything yet, but it's definitely something that we're looking into more, especially now with just how long things are kind of taking to go back to normal. So we're definitely interested in it. And if anyone is interested in talking to us, we would be more than happy to offer some of that support for sure.
Oh, yeah, I know we have participants that join us, mostly in Western Canada, but across Canada we have our reach, and there's some into the States as well. So it has that ability to have an outlet for people to still somebody that can answer some questions that has gone through that before. So yeah.
Totally. Yeah, it's definitely something that we would love to do more of for sure.
Nice. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Courtney. This is amazing. And we'll be, again, sharing this online as well. So we'll be happy to continue spreading the word about you and your colleagues' amazing services.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Cher. I'm so excited to be here. And thanks for letting me do my first big reveal of Cradle and Sprout with you guys.
All right. For tuning in, guys. And we will end it on that note. And we'll see you next time.
Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye.